I have three questions here in front of me that I want to answer saying, what percentage of girls in this class are there? So I've got 15 young ladies out of 40. A second question where I've had 32, let's say, pass a test out of 80. What percentage is that? And my last question here is I have 80 pence out of £4.40. What percentage have I spent? So let's say, for example, this is the change I have in my pocket. I've bought myself an 80p chocolate bar. What percentage have I spent? So let's look at these three problems. 15 girls out of a class of 40. So that is going to be, as a fraction, 15 out of 40. That is my fraction. How do I turn that into percentage? I multiply it by 100. In other words, if I do that, this equals 15, two zeros, divided by 40. We could always resort to my calculator. Here I have one to hand. 1500 divided by 40 equals, and I have 37.5. So I can say this is 37.5%. Now, some of you may well have a calculator that if we were to put 15 over 40 into it, and I have one here of these variety, 15 divided by 40, push my equals button, it gives me the fraction of 3/8. On my fraction, I have an S to D button. By pushing that, it will automatically give me 0.375, multiply by 100, and that gives me 37.5%. Second one, again, 32 out of 80. So immediately, here is my fraction. To turn it into a percent, multiply by 100 equals, again resorting to my calculator, 32 divided by 80 equals times 100 equals, and I get the answer 40. So this is going to be 40%. If I didn't have my calculator readily to hand, I could say this is 3200 divided by 80, and then cancelling down by 10. This is the same as 320 over 8. 8 into 32 goes 4, and that will give me 40%. The last one is going to be a bit trickier, but again, the start is the same. 80p out of £4.40. Now, here we've got to be careful of our units because I have pence here and pounds and pence there. So, not wishing to fall into a trap, I make sure that what I'm dividing by is of the same units. So here, £4.40 is 440p. So I have the same units. 80 divided by 440. To turn that into a percentage times 100 equals, and again, resorting to my electronic brain cell, 80 divided by 440 equals times 100, and I get the answer of 18.18 recurring. So just percent. So in summary, we find our fraction, we multiply by 100 to turn it into percentage, and we then use our calculator to do the arithmetic, being very careful that when we have a mixture of units, that we make sure the fraction that we have are in a similar amount. So the 80 pence is out of an amount of pence. We don't need to put 80 divided by 4.4 because they are of dissimilar quantities.
Okay, Mary, so let's have a look at this one. So solve x plus 2x equals 12. So what do you think you do first?
Okay, well, I want x on its own, so I would put x equals 12 minus 2x.
Okay, so a lot of the time we want to get x by itself, but what we want to do first is get all of these x's together. So can you see anything we can do with this? Get all these together in one place.
Oh, okay, it's 3x, isn't it?
Yeah,
so
absolutely.
3x equals 12. Oh, and so x equals 4.
Brilliant, spot on, well done.